Welcome to Framework Fortune Crypto. Woo, 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 woo. I am your host, Ben. Let's see, I'm starting to lose on ears though, but ISIG, that swing is starting to really move. $658, $750, about 25 there. Stop loss on this right at 649 for now. These are swings from yesterday I took. Well, ISIG I've been holding for a week. But you can see ISIG all the way up to 25 so far, so I'm up almost $100 on the swing trade already. Good morning, David Davis. If it can keep on going here. This is why I've been holding it, this daily chart. So I'd like to see it come on up to about 30 today and then get rejected. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, that 30 area to lock this swing out. Let's see, hold on just a second, guys. Make sure everything is working on all ends. Okay. So, it's testing 25 right now, having some problems there. May not break out. Still looking for ears to hold on the daily chart. It's right on that 50-day moving average. So if it can just re-break 7, it could start moving, but a little bearish at the moment. And then BTCS just staying in that 440 area. I wouldn't be surprised to see some type of move. Oh yeah, actually. That's what I like to see right here. So BTCS is actually in this nice little triangle pattern. So break of 450, that thing can move. MRI in, running in the 50 and 200 day, EVGO way down there as well. Not liking any one of those. See, Jewel finally started to have a little bounce. I'll put Jewel on the watch list. GameStop had a huge rip yesterday in after hours, but selling all the way off. Okay. Just going to move these lines. It's just lines showing 10 and 15 as resistance. That could be a possible play. Wow, ISIG pulling back hard, but looking at the hour, it's still above that 10-day. BWHC, I was keeping an eye on because it had a weird gap up, but not really doing much at the moment. Very low float. Yeah, no, that's why I don't mess with GME or AMCs, because it's all manipulated BS. They wanted a war with the institutions, and they're going to get it. It's one of those situations where it's be careful what you ask for. Let's see, what's the SPY doing? The SPY trying to rebound a little bit. Good morning, Brian. Yeah, Brian. Oh, I'm sorry, not Brian. BBJ. Let's take a look at dogs, see what it's doing. It's not popping up on any of my scanners. Nice move so far, though, bouncing off 250. Had that sell off, so it does have a gap to fill. That's a possible play. Definitely keep it on watch. And going kind of straight up. We'll see a test of $4. That's an interesting play. Let me look at this on the daily chart. Yeah, so this is the same thing as like Jewel, which is bouncing. See ISIG with a little pullback there. 22. Dogs is going to try to test 4. Lower resistance at 425. Oh, I have a mic way far away. There we go. In case you guys could not hear me. Let's see here. Okay, so ISG holding up at 23. So a couple of pullbacks across several plays here. Yeah, SPY looks like it may continue to dump. Starting to come down. Break of 464, and we'll see the SPY drop even more. It's looking like the SPY is literally looking like the exact way it started yesterday, with the spike up at the beginning of market and then selling off hard about this time. So we may be getting that may be what's about to happen. So you see on that 15-minute where dogs is getting rejected at the 50-day moving average on that 15-minute candle, which we do have 7 minutes left. I'm just looking to see if it's going to present an entry for us. So Jewel on the 5-minute with this nice little uptrend. You're up 18 on dogs. And Jewel and dogs are both getting this little bounce. But the main entry would have been right here, this U-shape break of $3 pre-market. So as soon as it broke $3 there, Got a nice move up to $1. Nice easy dollar scalp. I'm going to keep an eye on ISIG. I may actually add to this position if ISIG is going to get frisky today. I got 30 of them. This candle's fixing to close on this next candle. If it holds and confirms this little trend line, I may add here. BTCS right at the top of the downtrend. Just hanging out there, light volume as of now. Dog's starting to have a pullback. Jewel. Jewel looks like it may be ready to pop here. Got made this little indecision doji. Yeah, it looks like it may crack. I'll hop in here and see if it can break 6 because it's going to try to push for it right now. We may not break, but if we do break, that'll be a pretty nice pop. Let's see, we're hitting that $6 almost on the ask. There's $6 on the ask. Let's see if they can get taken out pretty quickly. And they did take. Wow. That's what I wanted to see. Nice little quick pop through 6. Let's see if I can keep. Nope. Man. Alright, so we are going to fight with 6 for a minute. $50-day at 686. This candle's looking really good. Now getting a rejection there. I gotta be careful, make sure I don't crack this trend line and dump. Look at 15 on this. And the 15 actually looks pretty good. Now we've just see, now we're pulling back. We were pushing green, looking bullish above that indecision candle, but a little fake out breakout there. This last minute and a half. May go bearish. What's up, Lightning Rick? 40 seconds. Alright, let's see how this next candle opens up. It's probably going to open up right at 550. Yeah, actually it opened right below 550, so it needs to immediately start pushing up. I see you holding that trend line at the moment. And Jules starting to crack. Let's see, where's the 50-day at? 50-day and 10-day at 518. I don't want to hold it down that low. Let me see a break of 552 here. Yeah, that SPY looks like it may dump. Got really popping up a little bit. We'll keep that on watch. Everything is just going sideways pretty much at the moment. People watching the SPY right now, seeing this big upside down U shape. They're just waiting for it to see if it can start dropping hard or not. What's the VIXY look like? That's pretty cheap. That yank back could cause a lot of problems if the SPY does continue to drop. We redraw this trend line. So that trend line on the 5-minute did crack, but we're still above these EMAs. What's the bottom of that candle? 525. Give me just a second, guys. Good morning, Jason Ball. How's it going, buddy? Let's see. So far, Jewel is trying to hold up. It's pushed back above the top of that 15-minute candle, fixing to close. Or back on top, above the body anyway, not the top, but the top of the body. Look at that, a SPY dumping more. It's got to test this little area right through here. Could bounce off of this area and rebound, or it could just fall and die. If I redraw that trend line, something like that, maybe that's the trend line. See real quick. Don't really not do anything. See MRIN. They have an Amazon ad integration, which could bring in a little hype, but ad integration is not that big a deal. ICIG getting rejected off 25. Pretty hard there for now. BTCS did have a quick pop over 450 there for a second. It's pulled back. May add a little bit here. But my only concern is the SPY. The dogs just got halted, started to sell off, and then all of a sudden popped back up. It was a decent little move. So you have a little halt ski there. I'm just going to put stop loss in on this somewhere, I think, for now, just in case, just to keep me safe. Somewhat safe. Let's see, am I below that wick? Oops, that's not where I wanted to send it to. Nice call out BBJ on dogs. Just came out of that halt. And let's see if it can push back up or it starts to sell off. Starting to sell off a little flat top there. Jewel testing the trend line again real hard. Testing its momentum. It may not hold. It is struggling. Let's keep an eye on dogs for a second. That Trend line is gone. Let me see this on the 1 minute. See. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. 1 minute. There we go. Candle's fixing to close. Hey, it's still better. Hey, it's a win, Sicilian. It's still a win. Alright, if it starts popping over this little red candle on the 1 minute, I may jump in here. Basically looking for it to break $4. See, ISIG. ISIG is looking possibly ready for another push up. You don't trust cats? Hopping in, starting to push up to 4. Let's see if it can push to 4. Push to see if it can break 4. This is going to be very quick. Oh, that little wick got me. Let's see. Let's hold on just a second. Make sure it's not going to shoot right back up. That 50 days right there holding it up on the 15, but it's testing that. Just looking for another quick pop to 4, but may not get it. May be up too high. Just want to see if that halt momentum was going to be the same, if it was going to continue. Just looking for more buying to come in on this. Had that halt, but pretty much everybody, it seems like, who was in that halt is sold out here. So we need new buyers to come in and push it up. And if they can't do it, if they can't hold 375 as new support, let's see it dump back down some, like 340 or something like that. A lot of selling here. BTCS back over 450. I'm just gonna add 10 in this position. Let's make it an even 150. Looks like it may start popping here shortly. Alright, dogs. You gonna turn around or are you done? Buys are trying to come in at 365. SIG up to 2350. BTCS trying to push over that 460, getting very close. And Jewel, the downtrend's broken. It is still above all the 50 and the 10-day on the 15-minute. But this 15-minute candle needs to come back up over 552 before it closes. So it's got 10 minutes to do it. Yeah, I don't know if Dogs is going to get this. It's really struggling. It got stopped out on Jewel. Looks like this may crack. It's trying so hard to hold up at 350, but really struggling. And also push the 10-day away from the 50, so space in between there now. It's going to have to come back up here real soon. SPY still looking sketchy. SIG still climbing. Trying to come up and test 24. See MRIN, possible bounce coming there. Alright, 350 is the last line of support here before Dogs could really crack hard. Drop back down to 3. I definitely don't want to hold it down to 3. I had you at low float rippers. Oh, Lauren, yeah. Any Gods Unchained players, the Discord was hacked, the official Gods Unchained Discord. So do not click on any links that you may be getting notifications for that group right now. They are fighting off the hack. but any of those links are not real links. The hackers were able to take control of the Discord bot and start posting all of these scam things to try to steal people's tokens and cards. So just don't click any links. They're trying to fight it off. It looks like they were winning earlier when I looked at it. Yeah. Yeah, they've gotten some of the Discord back up now, so we'll keep updates on it throughout the day. Seems to be like they're getting it taken control of from what I just looked at. It's a better looking than it was this morning. This morning it was looking a little sketchy there for a minute. RELI is not going to rip with that pattern. Jewel getting hung up at 24. BTCS still hanging out there. You're hanging out at the moment. Very close to cracking. Testing this 350 strong right now. A little bit quiet today, I know, guys. I'll liven up here in a little bit, but there's just so many things going on and such a close chance to seeing some big pullbacks across the stock market, maybe even the crypto market. Sorry, guys. It is like -0 here, and it is so dry outside. And it's dry. So dry outside, it's dry inside. And it is just killing me. About sneezed my brain through my nostrils a second ago. Or it could be my allergies. I don't know. It's one of the two. Something. Something ain't right in the ethos in the air. I I'm just going to put a stop loss right under 350 on this thing. Let's give it 30 seconds for this candle to close. SPY still eating it all the way down to 465, and remember that 450 is right where the 50-day moving average. We cracked that 50-day, we are going to start coming down probably pretty quick. Alright, dogs was able to hold 350 so far, bouncing back up to the 360 area. BTCS is still hanging out right there. -6 in northern Wisconsin. Yeah, man, it's cold and dry. Well, I don't know if it's dry where you are, but it is so dry here. Good morning, Michelle B. Like, just super cold and dry. As soon as you walk outside, it just takes your breath and makes you sad. So cold that it hurts. It doesn't feel good. So the problem Dogs is having is it's smashing right into the 200-day after this big pullback and is not able to push back above the 200-day. It's right at that 350. So it needs to pop up soon if it is going to pop. SFT is on the scanner. What's SFT doing? Just had a little bounce. Nothing really going on there. $18 degrees where you're at, Michelle? That's cold too. And the temperature, the coldness, it all depends on the humidity. Some places get really wet cold that just sticks on you, and some places only get dry cold, which doesn't stick on you too bad. But Wisconsin can have both. You can have dry weather like this, and then the next day have super snowy wet weather. But anyway, just letting you guys know, if you see me run away real quick, it's probably because I'm about to sneeze my brains out or something. Or cough my head off because of the dryness. Oh, yeah, looks like Dogs is about to crack. Oh, damn, I was about to sell it right as I was about to drop. Let's see if it pushes back up any at all. Give it half a second. Nope, get out of there. This thing's starting to come down fast. And that SPY's still dumping, so, that's the concern of a lot of plays. SPY boy dumping. But BTCS and ISIG are still holding kind of regardless what the SPY is doing at the moment. Let me pull up TradingView. Let's see what's going on around the market. check out the trading view charts here. See how all the indexes. Look at this thing. This thing is still dumping, man. God. Let's see. Where is Bitcoin? So Bitcoin's dumping right now. A lot of red on this list. Bitcoin's back down at 41,000. So let's see. Oil. Let me go into a 4-hour chart. Oil with a big pullback after hitting back at 80. Gold, silver, both of those still pulling back. Instead, Dow Jones Industrial. What I was talking about, we were going to see this correction because we were hitting right up the top of this channel. Yeah, real estate, everything is still pulling back. US dollar, of course, you would think would be coming up if everything else is pulling back, but it's not. It's coming down too. It's been coming down. It's just causing so much indecision, so much validity in all the markets. The US dollar fell in against everything except the Australian dollar. It's a little bit above that. Oh my goodness, Ethereum's all the way down to 3,000, 31.51. Yeah, so we're seeing this across all the markets again. Another nasty pullback. All right, we are on that 50-day testing here. Let's see if I can hold it up. 464.75. Crack of that. Oh yeah, you can play Gods Unchained. It's just the Discord that's hacked. The hackers try to hack the Discord because they can't. It's a lot harder to hack a blockchain than it is a Discord. So everything should be good as far as the platform goes. It was just the Discord that was having the issues. We are coming down right to that 50-day. And it is causing pullbacks in everything. Ooh, boy, we are testing right now. Ooh, we're starting to crack it a little bit. Okay, some buying coming in there. Buying trying to come in there and hold it up. That was very close. Another drop down and test of that area. Could get sketchy. ISIG is still holding up okay. Ears not so much. Looking like it may drop. BTCS, alright. Dogs is not doing okay. GameStop continuing to dump as well. Everything on the scanner starting to dump except for, of course, The inverse ETFs, UVXY is up, VIXY is up, the VIX is up. All the inverse ETFs getting some action here. Well, that is certainly a nasty continuation drop. Looks like 465 is trying to hold as the bottom now has some support. It's really struggling to hold though. There it goes. It is really testing, so we'll see. ICIG popping back up to 23. What is that? 23.20. Dogs pulling back down to 430, or not dogs, BTCS pulling back down in that 430 area. It being Friday and everything acting like the way it is. I don't know if we'll see a rebound later today or not. What's everybody else looking at? You guys looking at anything that I'm not looking at that's moving in the upward direction? Still pretty mixed market even though we had that pullback. What was that, a filter on the scanner? Let's see here. What did you say? Plot? Trying to scalp Apple? Yeah, I don't know. You're trying to scalp a play that's possibly going to dump more. Can you share that? Actually, here I'll share it in the Discord. So you said it's a script. Let's see here. Dog's coming back up, but just barely. I don't know if I'd give that much attention or not. It's kind of looking like a head and shoulders pattern. Shoulder there. This could be another shoulder, and then it would sell off. Alright, I got that script in there in the Discord. It's the only way I can think of to do a script anymore. Actually, I can't remember even how to get to the scripts. I was thinking that the scripts were in the scanners now. I know you can, let's see. The brain is not working. Let's see, add filter, study, custom, delete, thing script editor, paste. Okay. What are all of these? Huh. It puts clothes on the chart. I'm looking through this. I'm not. It's too many. There's too many tickers. There's 10,000 choices to go through, so it needs to be narrowed down some. Let's put the shares and put a max of 100 million. So what that brings us down to 7,000. Still way too many tickers. Let's see if that narrows it down enough. Still 5,000 on here. Alright, I'm back on the chart. SIG still looking pretty decent. I don't know what I'm looking for, BBJ. I'm not seeing anything different. Oh, Beaker Studies. Oh, I see what you want me to do. Plot there, what was it? So it looks like it's put another type of indicator there. Interesting. Let's see what that study looks like on on the short-term time frame. So it's interesting. The script that you made is almost like the Darvos box. Let's check and see if the Darvos box matches up with it. I gotta find that thing. It's not in the candlestick pattern. It's not there. Cycle studies. Well, if I can find this Darvo box, I cannot remember where exactly it's at. Let's see, maybe it's in this source code. There it is. Ah, come on. We were right there. I just saw it. Darvos box. So not quite, but similar. So the Darvos box, but the Darvos box does give you little arrows as signals, but the arrows a lot of times aren't as quite accurate. But basically the idea of the Darvos box is you're looking for a break into a new box. So you'd be looking for like this push here to break up into that box and then sell it at the top of the box. But definitely interesting. Let's take that Darvos box off. Oh, damn it. Forgot to apply it. There we go. It's definitely an interesting script. Seems to be showing where the transitions are on downtrends. Like this was downtrending and then it held this line and then bounced off there, and now it's uptrending. And it's showing you these little stair steps up, so that is interesting. Let's look at it on a couple other charts. Dogs there. Wait a minute. Let's just see that right. Oh, dogs only sold 10 shares of. God,
I gotta pull it together. I didn't realize. I thought it was out of this. The stop loss was for 10. Well, it is holding up BBJ's blue line script here. Let's see. 331, 60. Okay. 40 at 332. Alright, ISIG still climbing. SPY has rebounded so far a little bit, but still very sketchy looking. Man, everything's just pulling back right now, the way the market's acting. Let me see here. Oh, it's a day close. Oh, it's previous day close. Gotcha. Why does Hal get so much spam on his channel? You've removed at least 30 a day every day since November. I don't know. I mean, Hal goes out there and sells his body, so there's no telling why he's getting all that spam. No, he doesn't actually sell his body. If anybody thought that was serious. What the hell is this? Hour. Looks like it's only been out about an hour. So this is just a brand. This is a brand new IPO right now on HERU. We don't really have a lot of information to go off of. Just priced at $4 a share. It is a. What is this? That could be one to keep an eye on since it is popping up on the scanners now. It's kind of went straight up. You would like to see it pull back some before. No IPO. It's risky to buy an IPO that's going straight up for sure, but there's been plenty of IPOs I've made money on. You just gotta wait and see how the market's going to react. Wait for a pattern. But buying them right at the open, that's as soon as they open up, that's really risky. I don't buy IPOs right at the open normally. I usually like to let them play around for a little bit and give me a little bit more chart to work with. Thank you, BBJ, for that script. I'm going to study it a little bit today, looking at the charts and stuff. Definitely looks like there's a little something there. Put it in the previous day's close. Yeah, because it's the close, that's okay. I see what it's doing. Yeah, I see what you got going on here. Like I said, it's very interesting. It shows a clear pivot to where this thing is stair stepping up instead of going down under the stairs. Like, what the hell would it go? They set back some. So like right here, this is under the stairs, kind of like where Lauren keeps Rob at. She keeps him hidden under the stairs. She don't want to let him out in public. Just blink twice, Rob, if you need help, buddy. And then once the stairs, the price is back above these stairs, it just goes right up it. Very interesting. SIG looks like it might be ready to get going here soon. It's got to test 25 and then 24 and then 25. Both those areas are going to be strong resistance. Hour halted on a. Oh, I didn't see that. BBJ, you must have typed that in as soon as I was talking about it. You must have caught it at the same time on our scanners. Well, that's interesting. That is definitely interesting. My stop loss, where I put my stop loss, is exactly where that study is at, that previous day close. Let's see what's going on in the headlines and see if we know why the SPY is dropping. U.S. adds just 200,000 jobs in December. Employment rate falls to 3.9. Still not that great. Fed say, oh boy, here we go. More of the BS. Here's the Fed BS right here. Fed's Daily says inflation is not as temporary as once thought because COVID isn't either. So now they're trying to blame the inflation on COVID. COVID did not walk into the Federal Reserve and get on a Federal Reserve computer and start adding zeros to the currency supply. A virus has nothing to do with inflation. Inflation is, just like I've always said, it's like the same meaning as blowing up a balloon. Inflation is added money to the currency supply. So the feds are not even talking to making any sense. Like a virus can't print money. So this is just stupid. Okay. South African researcher, the one who I said originally looked at the Omicron virus, she discovered it. She said that the Omicron was more transmissible but very mild symptoms. Now she's saying that the Omicron variant may mark the end of the pandemic. So the South African doctor who found Omicron is saying, this is probably over with. And the feds are like, oh God, it's COVID. The inflation is out of control because of COVID, and it's going to get worse because COVID isn't going anywhere. Well, Jerome Powell's not a scientist. This lady is. So I'm going to be a little bit more apt to listen to a scientist than a whatever Jerome Powell thinks he is. Let's see, U.S. employment rate. So the employment rate is lower than the estimates, which is like the first time all year. U.S. private payrolls for December 200K versus 350K. So it didn't quite hit there. U.S. non-payroll farm payrolls for December falling a little short there. What? And here goes the CDC with their garbage nonsense. CDC chief says we don't yet have data that an Omicron infection protects against reinfection with Omicron variant. South African researcher, nothing to do with America. This variant may mark the end of the pandemic. So you see the feds and the CDC. This is just the government trying to keep power. And the Federal Reserve is not supposed to be a part of the government, but anybody who pretends otherwise is just naive. They all work with each other. But yeah, basically what you're seeing is finger pointing from the Federal Reserve and the CDC. They're pointing the finger at anything but themselves because they have, goodness, they basically tore this country up over this damn virus that's been politicized so much. It's about the stupidest damn thing ever. ISIG still pushing up. EAR's starting to come back up a little bit. BTCS still hanging out at that close of day. Thanks to BBJ's little blue line here, the study that he made that follows the close of the previous day. Now we're still pulling back. It's BWAC and everything. Then we'll take that off the list. We got some randoms still popping up. But to me, ISIG looks like the best play today so far. It's like the only thing that's really not getting affected too much by the SPY. And the rest of the stock market pulling back. Well, Sicilian, you don't necessarily need a blue line. The blue line represents something, and if you can understand what that represents, then you don't necessarily need it. You don't need anything but a chart and a buy and sell button. But BBJ, the script for it for Thinkorswim here, I'll paste it back here in the chat again. Why can't I message him? Why can't I message in this chat? What is that about? Hold on a second, guys. I'll send it over here. So there's the script, Sicilian. It's just the previous close of the day before, so that's what it kind of follows. Says SPY rebounding. Trying to bounce still off of that area. So it may start rebounding. Hour's still shooting up on this IPO. Looks like it ought to get halted again at 688. Maybe that's what you were calling out earlier. I don't know. Or is this the second halt? This may be the second halt on this thing. It's definitely made a nice move so far. Oh yeah, Vorb. Let's check out Vorb, see what's going on with that. Vorb, I love the 5-minute chart. The 5-minute chart is beautiful. Look at that sweet, sweet uptrend. Let's check the daily chart. So the daily chart, I don't like quite as much. This does look like a IPO recently. So the 50 and 200 day are in the way, but they are not going to matter that much because this has only been out for 5 days. So a 50-day moving average and a 200-day moving average has not had enough data to be accurate, because we've not had 50 or 200 days of past chart history. So it's actually, that doesn't matter. This is starting to look like a big U shape on the daily. And it looks like if it can break 9, it could really start ripping. So you just got a nice little trend line that you can play it off of. Look for those entries close to the trend line with stop loss right below it. See if it continues to run up. See, ISIG is looking very close to testing 24 here. Let's show you ISIG for a second. If it can break 24, we'll definitely get another retest of 25 more than likely. Oh, the thing I don't like about Vorb, though, now that I'm looking at it, is it's got 334 million shares outstanding. Oh, this is a Virgin Orbit company. So they just opened a new company basically. It says spin-off Virgin Orbit starts trading. So Richard Branson's trying to start building satellites now, it seems to be. So because this is related to Virgin Galactic, it definitely can get some attention. However, you gotta be aware that if they're trying to raise money to start building satellites, they could drop a common offering or a shelf registration, something out of nowhere, which could cause the price to break down. Look at this nice push up, breaking over 24 on ISIG. See if we're going to break 25 this time or not. Come on up there. Yeah, we're even looking nice on the 15-minute. dog still just going sideways. SPY does look like it's trying to rebound. A little double bottom on the 5-minute. Bottom there and bottom there. So it having to bounce up. Don't know if that's going to continue or not. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking too. Orlando, this is looking like a bit of a bull trap in the market. I mean, it could rebound though. Like I said, we've seen multiple days where the market is sold off in the beginning and then comes back up by the end of the day. But we're just seeing that slow descent, slow pullback, or slow correction off of the all-time highs. Nice BBJ up 51.52 on hour. Good job, buddy, getting some profit in there. Here's just starting to perk up a little bit too. Here's back to 675. Just get straight to the point. If it was only that easy, Orlando, if only the market would just do what you told it to do. See if we can just push to 25. It's looking like it's going to try to go in a second, but it is starting to form a little bit of a double top there on the 15-minute. So if it doesn't break over the top of that 15-minute in a second. Well, actually it's the same candle. It's the same double top. You can see it right here on the 5-minute too. So it needs to break back over at 24.40. So it's just having a little pullback at the moment. Hour still pushing up to 750 so far. Vorb still climbing to 8. Nice move so far. Things went from 450 to 750, $3 rip since the IPO. We haven't dropped much here on ISIG after that first rejection of the 24 area. It's testing it right now still. Bits starting to stack at 24. How you guys doing over there on Share Vision? You guys all right over there? Nice, BBJ. Took your profit 59.60 on hour. Good job getting in there scalping hour for that little move. Too high. You finally have a break. Now I can do a recap of what you've been watching and the position size that you have. Yeah, sure. We'll recap here real quick. Actually, Let me take a quick little break, and then when I get back, we'll recap because I am still in multiple trades. The only trade that I am out of so far is Jewel, which was a $33 loss. Oh, I think I'm out. No, I'm still in dogs too. But dogs, I may have to cut that. It's not looking too good. But yeah, let me take this quick little break here. Get my brain together here for the last bit of the stream where usually I do a lot of talking and possibly arguing if the goon squad happens to sneak by in here today. You snuck into a hedge firm. I wish you would, Orlando. That'd be nice. All right, guys, give me just a couple minutes. I'll be right back, and I'll recap everything. All right. So, Jewel was a quick little buy. I was looking for it to continue when it had this push up. And it did shoot a nice quick wick up all the way to 618, but then immediately yanked back down. So I stopped out on it when it dropped below this support and took a little $33 loss there. But I bought this too high. I should have waited for this 5-minute candle to close. But what got me is it was shooting up. If I go into a 1 minute, you can really see it clearly. This candle right here, we had just broke up over this, or started to break up over this little previous high there. So I was looking for that continuation, but it ended up being a little fake out and got me. But that was at the beginning, about, I think, 2 minutes into that 5 minutes. Actually, no, it might not have been 2 minutes. It might have just been 1 minute in. So that's what I'm saying. If I'd have waited for that 5-minute candle to close, I would have seen this and not been in here. So that entry was it was a bad entry. But I was just looking for a little bit more than it just to give up like it did. An ISIG I'm up on, but I've been swinging ISIG for a while and added to this position. I think I've been holding it since last week. It's the 15-day, yeah. I think it was last Friday. Yeah, I started the position at 22 with 20 shares, and then yesterday I added 10 when it started coming back up. I'm still debating if I want to add more or not. I may just stick with this 30 because if it does break 25, that'd be a whole nother $5 it could possibly rip. But I'm still holding this one, looking for it to continue. And then dogs, I got in dogs. I was looking kind of the same thing that happened on Jewel. I got in there looking for this pullback to bounce because we were uptrending, and then it didn't, and it dipped down. But I accidentally only sold 10 shares instead of all of them, so I'm still holding 40 as it bounced because I didn't realize I'd only sold 10, so I'm still in it, but I don't know for how much longer, especially the way it's starting to look. I may cut that in a second if it can't hold 350. And then the other play ears I got in last night, or yesterday, middle of the day, when it had dipped down pretty low and then started coming back up. So I've been holding it since then. It got in right below 7. And it was looking good this morning. I was up a decent amount. Started popping out the gate, but it's pulled back since. So I got my stop loss in before this previous, like right below all this previous support at 650. Because 650 is going to need to hold. But I may get stopped out on it too. And of course, BTCS, I added, since this news came out, I've just been buying BTCS. Multiple small positions. Looking for this big wedge to break out with that news of the first dividend payment. But that is it. That is all the positions I am in and that I have taken. So I'm still in BTCS in that 150 shares at 437, a little bit below my price right now. Still in ears, but like I said, close to cutting that because it does not look like it's going to hold up. And then same with dogs. So ISIG is basically the grand poobah of my plays here at the moment. Looking for it to break over 25 and run to that 30. But that's pretty much it. I mean, both day trades I took so far today not working out. But this one swing trade may do really well. Hour ran all the way up to 920. Look at that. Beautiful run. VORB pulling back some. So you can see as we're getting closer to that 25 area, running into quite a bit of selling. David Davis, you're holding 5,000 of BTCS. Man, that's a big position, buddy. It definitely has the potential to make a nice rip. But people have to pay attention to it. Like, that's the thing. Like, because I believe because it's a crypto stock, they validate nodes, that scares a lot of bigger investors away because they don't understand. Like Daniel B, you would agree with me. You will not touch BTCS because you don't understand what a validator is, correct? Because you are anti-crypto. Orlando up 6. Yeah. Breaks 440 here in the. Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm in at 437, so it's held up very nicely. In the year chart, like I was saying yesterday, it's down low. I'm not concerned about BTCS really at all. I'm more concerned about the SPY, because the SPY can't hold up. Then that could just scare people out of it, like we see on every stock, where we see patterns just dropping and cracking and all of that. Hour got halted again. Yeah, got halted on the way down. I mean, it went straight up and doubled in price, so there's definitely going to be a pullback after that. Anybody who bought in here, or this is something for new traders to pay very close attention to, when a stock IPOs, before the stock hits the public market, institutional traders and accredited investors get first dibs on it. So they probably got it around 354. So they are going to sell. And that's what you see a lot of times is accredited traders who have access to the early IPO will buy into it, let it rip, and then dump it on all the retail traders. So some retail traders got in there, like BBJ made a nice scalp, a little $50 scalp on there. Nothing wrong with that, and that's what you want to do. See, I just stopped out of ears. Oof, that was a rough stop out. And those actually ended up being a $40 loss. Ears not able to hold up. Oh, wait a minute. ICG coming up to 25 right now. Let's see if 25 can break. This is the second test today at 25. Wow, we got a 30 7-cent spread. Now it's a 29-cent spread, but 37-cent spread there for a minute. And that's the thing. If big buying starts coming into this thing, as low floated as it is, it's only 1.7 million shares. This thing can go, and then we're starting to see it go a little bit here. Testing 25 hard, gave a little pop up over it up to 25.22. Can you break 25? There is going to be some resistance like 27.50. Besides just that 30 bids starting to stack on 25. Very nice. Bids coming over 25. Gotta see 25 confirm as new support. Get rejected there again. Now we're back to a 27-cent spread. Oh, nice, BBJ. You got a nice entry on BTCS at 420. I like that entry. Also, the other thing is, too, the crypto market has been dropping along with everything. So, if Bitcoin cracks real hard and was to have like a super hard pullback, that could affect the price of BTCS. Ethereum too, because remember, all of their money is in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cosmos, and the few coins that they're staking, because that's what they do. So we're still giving 25 a nice test. Let's see if we got nice increased buying volume. Let's see if, and that's only, that last candle is 147,000 buyers. So if we can get some million or so volume candles in here, this one was only 500,000. This thing could really go. This is what I've been waiting on this swing. Looking forward to shoot back up to the top of this downtrend on the daily. So far, we're holding above 25. We go into the 15 minute. 15 minute has 5 more minutes. Asks is moving up. And some buys over 25.25. Bids moving up to 25.20. Let's see. We're going to get this big volume, or is it just going to peter out again? Look on the hour chart. Oh yeah, look at this hour chart. This is beautiful. We got 4 minutes. As long as this candle can close over 25, which it may not even have to close over 25, as long as it can close over the body about 24.75 of that candle. This is a bullish engulfing candle up over this red candle. All big green body swallowing up the whole red body. So if we're going to break out, we're probably going to break out here in the next 10 minutes. And I think all we're waiting on is for 25 to hold up as support, which you can see more bids stacked there again. Bids are actually moving up. Bids up to 25.10. Still some selling at that 25.30 area. That's okay. So we need to break 25.30 because that is acting as some resistance. Some sellers sitting on the ask right there. So we're still running into quite a bit of resistance. It's about 2 minutes left before these candles close. PFE. Put PFE on the watch list here and check it out in a second. I'm going to keep a very close eye. Well, I can go look at it. Let's see. Oh, this is, you said Pfizer? I mean, it is coming up for a possible move. A lot of resistance right where it's at, though, at that 55. Over the past few days. I would say... yeah, I mean, Pfizer's still bullish. It just came down to that 50-day. If the SPY holds the area that it's been testing, the 465 today down through here, if it holds that, then yeah, I can see Pfizer coming back up. It's just rebounding off of the big pullback we had. Well, not big pullback, but minor pullback that we had. If the SPY holds up, Pfizer could keep going. I mean, it is Pfizer. They have the key to all your dreams. I can't wait to hear what this joke is from Orlando. He asked DB to mail him a toothpick. That's going to be good. I can't wait to hear this punchline. Gotta be excited for the punchline, Orlando. This better be a good one. Don't you disappoint me. Actually, you just leave it at that. You can keep DB confused all day of wondering why you wanted him to send a toothpick. That just is funny enough. It'd be if he's trying to figure it out, it'd be looking at the charts all day. Why did he say that to me? Why does he want a toothpick? I remember when you lost 25K on it one life. That was rough, man. That was a sad day. Oh man, damn! He used the debate to roast you. He still got pieces. He still got pieces of the crumbs I left of you after that debate, DB. That live debate. Well, yeah. I mean, at that time, we didn't know if it was going to be Pfizer or who was going to be the person to win with the vaccine. We should have known with Pfizer promoting everywhere. Yeah, don't worry about it, Orlando. Keep firing all the jokes you want. As much as DB and One Life trolls, you should have fun. Tear them up, man. Go at it. All right, so if this thing does not break out here in the next couple of minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. May end up holding this longer. Because it's just not getting big volume. It's just getting slow buying volume into it. Yeah. Let's see the 15-minute. Yeah, so it looks like it's probably gonna pull back some to this 24 area and test that as support. So it's gonna need probably 15, 20, 30 more minutes for it to come back up if it can't start pushing up. There's 10 minutes still left on this 15-minute candle. But the way it's getting rejected there, I think we're going to probably just pull back. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, BTCS just needs attention. It's just not getting any attention at the moment because we're having all types of random pops all over the market simply because the SPY is rebounding at the moment off of those lows. And you can see it rebounded all the way back to 467 so far. But we do have a possible downtrend confirming here. Yeah, so ISIG is pulling back to about so far 2460. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day. I don't think this is going to break out for a little while. Maybe not at all. Who knows? It may take till next week for it to try to retest 25 again. We'll see. And then maybe the same thing on BTCS. It may not make a move until next week. Fact of the day, you went to a party with your dad but left with your mom. I'm. This is a swing trade. I've been holding this thing for a week. It's. I've had this mapped out. I know exactly what it's going to do, for the most part, while it's in this triangle. Like, that's why my profit target is $30. I'm expecting it to try to push up there today, maybe Monday for a test, and then come back down again to 20, hold 20 as support, and then break out. But this is a swing trade. It's not a day trade. Like these, I mean, I could lock in this $100, but like I said, I'm looking for the move up to 30. And the daily chart is showing very, very bullish. And looks like ISIG may come back up here for another little test. It looked like it was going to dip, but getting pushed right back up by buyers to 24.75 area. Well, I mean, I'm sure part of it is the job report, but the market is, this is stuff that this volatility and all that we're seeing is stuff that I've been talking about since the beginning of last year, with everything going on, back to the Feds pumping money, all of that stuff. So there's multiple darts on the board of why everything is pulling back. Because again, a lot of people were like freaking out about God's dropping yesterday. Now God's actually does have some issues, but Ethereum and Bitcoin and all that dropped. So, um, it's not like every market didn't drop at once. All these markets dropped at the same time. So at this point, we're just seeing rebounds, and that's why you're seeing so many random pops today, is because we came down to a pretty strong support area on the SPY and in the Dow Jones Index. And so we're getting a bounce. So when the overall market sentiment is showing like, oh, we've hit a bottom here, we're trying to come back up, people are going to start coming back into plays. Investors are going to come into plays, and you're going to see a bunch of random little pops and rips all over the place. And also, we could, because the market possibly could drop more, we could be seeing shorters getting in positions. Shorters have to sell to start a position, have to sell the stocks that they borrowed from the broker, and have to buy them back in at a lower price to give the broker back the shares they borrowed, and then they get the difference and price difference. So shorters also could be, selling on the bid. Could be a lot of short action hanging around trying to bring the market down. But so far, it's staying a decent ways away from that 465 main support area. Where's it at this moment? 467. Yeah. And it is trying to test this downtrend, but if it doesn't break this downtrend, certainly will be more red coming. Alright, ISIG, you gonna give us a little pop here? We're gonna break over 25. I was getting ready to end it until, yeah, we're coming back up right now. Testing 25. We got a 24-cent spread. Ask is at 25.06. Bids not moving up yet. Getting a few orders coming through, a few buy orders. Let's see. I'm definitely not Ross's brother. Don't insult me like that. Do I look like a crazy ginger rat man with glasses? Do I look like Carrot Top before he started getting buff and doing steroids? No. I'm in no relation to Ross. Ross is a crazy man. Lori. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So we are starting to get this push. Got some selling at 25.50. Let's see if we can get on up here. See if this big buying volume is going to come in here or not. Or if it's just going to tease me again. Looks like we're going to hold up here so far. Got a minute left on that 5-minute candle to close. Let me go into the hour chart, see what we're looking. Oh yeah, see what I was talking about in this hour chart before? This candle did open and pushed above all these tops. So the high of the day is 25.73. That's where we're going to run into a lot of resistance here in a second. Maybe 25.50, but I don't know if that'll hold up too much. Yeah, there's some selling through there. DB is telling people to go long on the market right now. Go long on an ETF. You must just not believe in inflation or any of the other things going on in the world. It must be all magical pixie dust to you. So we are over 25. We so far held over 25 here for a little bit. Oh, okay, there comes a little pullback, so maybe we are going to get another rejection. Testing it. Buyers are still sitting on the bid at 25. Not a lot, but some. Got a crazy spread. A 27-cent spread. Yeah, I mean, if you're banking on the market bouncing at these levels, uh, we'll see. SPY's still getting held up at this downtrend, so uh, maybe if the SPY breaks this downtrend and starts moving up, maybe you could look at what y'all are talking about. But I think I don't know. Do what you want, but seems a bit sketchy. Just out of curiosity, DB, what is the return last year of this ETF? This what is that? What did you say, DB? What was that thing? XOM. Let me just take a look at XOM. Oh, this ain't even inverse. Y'all talking about Exxon? What y'all talking about What y'all talking about the ETF? XOP. I was gonna say no. They're back in the chat. It says XOM. All right, XOP. Let's take a look at it. You do have a inverse head and shoulders here. Shoulder, head, shoulder, trying to push up. What the hell is this weighted with, though? This is an oil and gas ETF. Which ZOM is in there. I mean, yeah, this is not a stock market ETF. This is an oil ETF. So yeah, the stock market can drop. Oil can definitely go up. I mean, oil's an asset. That's what I've been saying for ever. Is assets are going to go up. So DB, if you're recommending people look at a oil ETF, I'm assuming you must be thinking the stock market or the U.S. dollar is going to drop too. Because if you're not bearish, why would you go? Why would you go on oil ETFs? Oh, look at there. You get a dividend yield of 1.21%. So ISIG still slowly pushing up. Just taking its time, just cruising along. Yeah, I mean you can make six figures off of trading anything. I mean, if he just focuses on oil stocks, that's what he's done. Then he doesn't have to look at as many stocks as regular day traders because his main focus is oil. So I mean that is definitely a way you can, if that is something you like to do, is trade a certain sector. There's nothing wrong with only day trading a certain sector. I know traders who do that. They'll look for the sectors that are down and buy into them, looking for them to rebound. No, I know. No, see, rotation. Rotation would make sense if everything else wasn't screwed up. We may see a rotation in the market, but since the main big boys, Apple, Google, Amazon, are all tech companies, the rotation's not going to be much of a rotation. I mean, you actually think that as indecisive as everybody is, that they're just going to start moving money into certain stocks? And if they are going into oil, which I know they're going into oil because, like I said, it's an asset. It'd be the same thing with gold and silver. Gold and silver stocks would be going up as well. But oil's so screwed up right now that it's just going to keep going up and up in price anyway. This administration has shut down a whole bunch of different things that helped with oil and were part of OPEC. So oil is more than likely going to go up either way. But the rotation that would happen would be into asset stocks, commodity stocks. That's what the rotation would be into because of the U.S. dollar possibly collapsing and the stock market possibly collapsing. That's why they would be rotating. If they didn't think the market was going to crash, they wouldn't rotate out of speculation tech stocks into commodities and asset stocks. I mean, it wasn't like I actively search for oil ETFs, Daniel B. I've said 100,000 times I don't trade oil. I'm not a fan of trading oil. So yeah, I mean, you can make fun of me for not knowing about an oil ETF. There's 5,000 ETFs out there, like whatever. Sicilian, I've ever made six figures trading? No. Well, it depends on what you're talking about trading. But day trading, no. I didn't say the rotation was new. I said the rotation is going to be into commodity and asset stocks, which I said a year ago. Like your guys are right. This is not anything new. This is the rotation I was talking about, from speculation into assets and commodities. You guys are a year late. You're just now getting in. I was saying getting the gold and silver stocks and commodity stocks last year, and you guys told me I was crazy. So you guys are late to the party. Don't and you want to pretend like you're teaching me something. Yeah, Orlando, I don't know, man. Try, get a chance to try options out if you like it. Something to do, but options are different than stocks. Trading stocks, it's not the same. Options, especially naked options, if you hit the break even price, you still take a loss. You have to be in the green on the option. There is no middle ground or break even with options. Let's see. Let's use what's Facebook's stupid thing? God, come on! What are you doing? I think Facebook is just FB. Yeah, that is Facebook. So you're going to tell me, One Life, this is what you're going to say right now. This is like I'm having a hard time understanding what you're even saying right now, because you just said the rotation is happening now, but then you said the rotation out of speculation happened last year. Okay, well here's 2020 and 2021, and Facebook ran up $100 higher than when you claim was a rotation out of speculation. So if people rotated out of speculation stocks, why did Facebook run another $100? It's all the same rotation. None of it has changed, but it's not that all of a sudden we're getting a rotation in the market. This has all been happening. This is what I'm talking about when I say economies and the stock markets don't just collapse all of a sudden. It takes time. It takes a year or two, maybe more, to break down, especially when you got a Federal Reserve who's fighting the breakdown of the collapse. But I was saying oil and gold and all that back last year. In fact, let's look at XOP, your ETF that you're looking at here, Daniel B. So if you would have looked at oil back at the beginning of 2021, like I was talking about, you could have been in XOP at $60 and rode it all the way up to $100. But Daniel Beath seems to think that buying it up $40 later, a year later, after the rotation into oil started, the rotation into commodities, he seems to think buying here at the top is a great idea. Go back and watch the live streams from last year. Go watch them at the beginning of the year. How many times I said oil, gold, silver, oil, gold, silver. Oil, gold, silver, assets, commodities. Where's Elvis at? Elvis can verify this. Elvis can absolutely verify this because he made tons of money last year because he focused on oil stocks. Oh, okay. Got it. I thought so. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I just showed you where Facebook ran up another $100 and yeah, you got it. You got it, guys. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Like normal. Like normal. Never know. I'm always in the dark. Do what you want, you know. I'm not knocking it. I'm not mad at the play. Getting into oil is a good idea for the most part because, like I said, it's an asset. What it's just astounding to me that the same thing you guys argued with me for a whole year last year about is you're now doing that same thing that I said that you were arguing against. And you're even telling me that I don't know what I'm talking about. So that's really funny. But anyway, I'm way past over the stream time. See, ISIG has come back to that 24 area like I was talking about, testing there. BTCS just still hanging out in that 425 area, doing its little slow moving thing. Hour could still be a play today, but be careful with it because there's not much chart history. It's an IPO. Dogs is looking pretty done. I'm still in there, but it's just going sideways. Not really making much of a movement. It has started a little bit of an uptrend possibly there on the 5-minute. You're... Let's see the mark here. I don't see anything else. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much it. Let's see, ATER, that does have an uptrend, but below all the EMAs, actually below the 10-day right now, so it's got to break the 10-day before it can even move any further. And then the SPY, still going on a downtrend. Is trying to hold this little support area that held in pre-market and right at market open. If you can't hold that, though, you're going to see it probably come back down to 465 for another test. Definitely downtrending today. Oof, look at that daily. If this daily closes like this, then we are going to have another pullback probably tomorrow. But we still got plenty of time left in the day, so we'll see how it ends up closing. All right. I'm creating my own world, Daniel B. Well, that's part of being a social media person. You create your own world. I'm not going to argue with you guys about it. It's fine. Do what you want. Like I said, you know, it's your money. You think the market's going to rebound, everything's going to go back to hunky-doriness and everything's all good, you go right ahead and you follow that plan. All right. I'm going to call it a day. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. If you haven't yet, go to frameworkfortune.com. Sign up. It's free, no paywalls, and you can get access to the Discord group. And yeah, we'll be back later on today on Framework Fortune Crypto, 4 o'clock for the live crypto update. If I don't catch you then, have a great rest of your weekend. We'll be back Monday morning to see what this market does, where it's went to, if it's going up or down, or what crazy nonsense is happening in all of this volatility. So, appreciate everybody joining me as always. You guys stay safe out there. Until next time.